Hello, thank you for choosing the SteadyNet product line. This is a video about installing SteadyNet at home. It's a very simple process and it'll take you about 3 to 5 minutes depending on how tangled your cables are. So all right, quickly. So if you ordered the at-home product, you probably got a box that looks something similar to this. And it's very easy to open. There's not a whole lot in here. What's really important is this card at the very top of your packaging here. And on the front, it kind of shows you the way to plug it in. But on the back, it also shows you how to register. And I want to highlight, you've got to register this device or it's not going to work properly. You're not going to get all the updates and all the real-time data that's required to make it function. Now, it may power on and pass traffic without this step. It's still not really working. So anyway, super important here. There's a QR code on the bottom of the device, and I'll show you something in the unpackaging here in a minute where that's at. But there's also a registration code on here, and it just basically says, go to this website, which is ge.run/register. It's going to ask you for information here on the bottom of this device and some information to get it all set up and running. You'll want to do this before you plug it in because it's going to be a lot harder to do it once your internet connection has been removed. So anyway, important there. So quickly unpackaging the box, again, very simple. You've got at the bottom, it says SteadyNet on the front, and on the back, you've got a LAN and a WAN port and a power, and we'll get to that in a minute. And on the bottom, you'll have a sticker that actually has a code, and it even has a QR code where you can take your phone and take a picture of the QR code or click the button, and it'll take you directly to your registration page with all the information relevant to that router, and that'll all be here. So quickly, that's how that works. So once you've registered, you'll get a confirmation email and all that good stuff. It's ready to be plugged in, and it is so simple to plug in and get going, and it's automatic. Once it gets going. And it takes time to learn, but you'll start getting email notifications telling you what's going on and what it's doing as it's learning your network. All right, so over here you've got just a regular standard internet modem, pretty typical. You should have a separate router or wireless device, not only for security, but for better coverage and things like that. So that's definitely required. If you're using the wireless built into your modem, you're probably going to have a lot of problems. It's a pretty massive security risk, and it's a big no-no. So definitely check the SteadyNet website and our frequently asked questions. We have some recommendations for mesh wireless products that work really well with this. So in the box, we of course have the box. We have a power supply, which is a simple USB power supply. And I want to highlight, it is super important that you use the products and the cables that come with this, because it's been our experience when you use other power cables or other power sources or even other Ethernet cables, people sometimes run into problems. So quickly, you also come up with a USB cable. Very easy, simple piece here. Let me get it out of the packaging, all the fun stuff. This has quickly undoes, and you're going to plug it right into this little port here that says USB-C 5 volt. And you're going to take the other end of this and plug it into here. And you can always add an extension cord to this. We always recommend Surge or UPS just for good all technology to have. So anyway, that's simple. This is going to plug into your general power. It also comes with a short Ethernet cable. It can sit next to your modem or your wireless setter. So just simple there, unpackaging the Ethernet cable here. And what you're going to simply do is you're going to unplug from your modem, make sure you can see it here. You're going to unplug from your modem to your wireless or your router. And you're going to then plug this into the LAN port, LAN, of your SteadyNet device. And then you're going to take this short jumper cable, which is another Ethernet cable, and you're going to plug it into the exact same port that you just unplugged that cable, and it's going to go into the WAN port, W-A-N. And I want to stress that it's that simple, but that important that it's plugged in this way. Modem, SteadyNet, router. If it's out of order, you're not going to get the very best performance out of this whole configuration. And then plug it in, and that's it. And when it comes online, you'll see 3 lights on the front that you'll see some blinking going on. That means it's working, it's calibrating, it's learning. But once all 3 lights are solid on the front, it will go ahead and be ready to go and ready to use, and it'll start learning. Keep in mind, it may go through a couple firmware updates and things like that when you first do it. All 3 lights will blink while it's going through this process, and it may go down for a couple of seconds and then come back up. once it gets installed, that won't happen very often once it learns your network. But it is that simple. This is ready to go. So if you have questions, please check out our website. Please use our chat, frequently asked questions, and you are well on your way to a better internet experience. Thank you for choosing our product.